Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, the planet's wildlife is in big trouble. The latest assessment of birds, fish, mammals, amphibians and reptiles shows their populations have fallen by 58% since 1970 and are likely to drop further by the end of this decade. Worst affected are animals that live in lakes and rivers. And the cause? Well, according to the report by the Zoological Society of London and WWF, it is human activity, loss of habitat, wildlife trade, pollution and climate change. Our science editor, Tom Clark, has this.
Galapagos giant tortoises live a long time. Some are old enough to have witnessed their species pushed to the very brink of extinction, then gradually recover. A rare example of a conservation success story.
There's a population of Galapagos tortoises on Hispaniola that were down to kind of 15 individuals in the 60s, but recent assessments put them at about 1,000.
But overall, from a planet-wide perspective, the opposite is happening.
Yes, so what we've done is we've assessed about 14,000 populations of about 3,700 species, and what we find is on average they've declined by about 58%.
Today's Living Planet report, which Robin Freeman co-authored, finds that these tortoises will live to see even greater declines. This is the 11th such report, and each has made gloomier reading than the last. Using 1970 as a baseline, the numbers of vertebrates has steadily fallen. Today's forecast nearly 70% fewer mammals, fish, reptiles and birds by the end of this decade. The zoo is now one of the only places left to see some big cats, either hunted or driven from habitats. Elephants are slaughtered in ever greater numbers for the ivory trinket trade, and the Mekong River dolphin is essentially extinct. And the picture back home isn't much better. The hedgehog no longer common or garden. Overall, half of UK species are in decline. How urgent do you think the effort has to be now to stop the decline that we're seeing?
I think this is a wake-up call. We need to do something now. And I think the worst thing we can do is to do nothing. I think if an individual person said to me, what can I do, Joe Bloggs, what can I do? I'd say do something, whether it's join an organisation, whether it's write to their MP, stop eating meat as much, just do something.
Don't forget, the seemingly endless bounty of our high streets is supplied by the planet. Declines in wildlife, say the experts, an indicator of its ability to support this human ecosystem. Because what today's report also finds is that us humans are consuming 1.5 times more than what the planet can sustainably provide each year. So that inevitably means unless we can find a more sustainable way of meeting our needs or reducing the amount we consume, we and a lot of other species on the planet are in very big trouble indeed.
In the 4.5 billion year history of the Earth, for the first time a single species, i.e. mankind, has left an indelible mark on the world, such that leading scientists believe we are now entering a new geological era, the Anthropocene, and we might well be entering a new period of mass extinction for wildlife, the such that we haven't seen since the dinosaurs became extinct over 65 million years ago.
All is not lost, however. The report identifies spectacular declines in populations of species, but not extinctions. Recent global commitments on climate change and sustainable development could start turning things around, perhaps even during the lifetime of a tortoise.
I've been getting